think the culture is, and how you sell that into your stakeholders, and that's why we're going quite slowly. In Co-op Energy, I think we've probably got 40 to 50 processors. Within Mid-Counties Co-op, which is £1 billion, 8 trading, from food to pharmacy to funeral to travel, we're probably looking 200 to 300 processors. And really, that's huge cost saving, better accuracy. But if we went to the main board and said, we think we can automate 300 processors and with a saving of 10 million, they wouldn't believe it, and two, there'd be real nervousness about the culture. We actually said to the guys, what do you want to call these things? And they call it, the sign-up one is a SciBot. The change of tenancy is a QBot, the new one's a Lobot that does loss analysis. So they've bought into this culturally at a local level. If I went to our board of directors or our exec team and said, do you realise what this could do? I think that's a different argument. So certainly operationally we bought into it. Is that across the board? I think that's the biggest challenge on pace.
Once they're on board with it, trust me, they're on board with it. There isn't a process in our debt collection that we've not reviewed and automated where possible, and they've been completely on board with it. The same with fraud and the same with back office processing. But then when you start to look at other areas like HR, you're now talking about affecting people and knowing a lot about those people, and that's the next bit that we'll be going into now. So human resources, where you're dealing with colleague information, they're going to be quite sensitive about sharing that because of data protections and everything else. But you have to then reassure them that this is the operating model that we work with. So then, they buy into that basically. And obviously success stories.
It was a bit of a slow burn. I think there was a number of reasons for that, but I think a lot of that was because I don't think we approached it properly, if I'm honest. We didn't know enough about it. We did well, given what we knew, and trained somebody up and we started automating processes, but really there was a lot of untapped potential there because we didn't do it properly. Now there's people banging on the door now for us to look at stuff, so I think things are going to move on at a significantly quicker pace than they have before.
Do you get the breathing space though, Lindsay?
No.
We don't.
No.
That is the problem. You don't get the breathing space.
That's another
you
thing
kind of want to sit back
about.
and take a more holistic view, if you like, and you because it's fast paced and it does deliver so much faster. Once you've got all your environments and everything built, it delivers so much faster than an IT solution, doesn't it?
Days. We have turned around a number of processes in a few days. If it's a big process, it's obviously going to take longer than that, some of them up to a couple of months. But I think that the important thing to think about as well is that I always describe it as either building blocks or jigsaw pieces. Once you've built the interface and the business object, you've got that there to reuse in other processes. So when you start and you've done no automation at all, and you're starting to build, you've got to build each jigsaw piece. But once you've got them, if you want to annotate an account, if you want to apply a credit, if you want to do this, then, we've built that for that process, we can take it. We've built that for that process, and you start. So as your library grows, then your automation, on your mainframe systems becomes quicker because you've got those business objects built.